something completely different. In your heart, you know he's right.
Saw this here. Now, before we get to the newspaper article, which I guess the Tampa Bay Times still exists, it's this Chris Spada guy who writes every article about the local media. I remember when they all got COVID at the Bone 5 years ago this month around the time, he was like, "Do you have any info?" I'm like, "Nah, dude." But before we get to the article about my former boss being sued and my former company that I worked at being sued, we got to play the video that started it all. It's Bubba the Love Sponge's girlfriend and Mike Calta at Shark Coast Tactical as she was filming Mike Calta. It's probably about the sex tape because that's all Bubba has on Calta. When Bubba the Love Sponge's wife had sex with Hulk Hogan and Mike Calta helped sell the tape. Yeah, that's pretty much all he has on Calta. And this happened. Everything is pathetic. He just said, how pathetic is your life? Mike, your life's pathetic. Without your radio show, you're going to be forgotten, bud. You notice how all your friends won't talk to you when you're 70, when you don't have the radio show? Maybe Birdwell or Ralphie from an afterlife, but this whole thing where everyone else is pathetic? Nah, you're the pathetic one.
How pathetic is your life that you're here fighting this fight? Honestly, how pathetic? My life is not pathetic. Turn around and look at people.
My life's so perfect, even though I'm in an awful marriage and everyone hates me and my team's afraid of me, but they need the really good paycheck to work with me. Oh, but I'm so amazing. I'm Mike Calta. I failed in syndication outside of Tampa, including Atlanta, because I need 7 people around me to be funny.
Turn your camera on.
And there he takes someone's phone. Can you imagine if we took his phone, there'd be a lot of evidence. And there was that time he took my phone 10 years ago and I had naked pictures because I was judging how I looked via weight. Yeah. There he is taking her phone. You don't have permission to take that from me. I know you don't give a shit, Mike. You don't look like you give a shit. You look really unhealthy, bud. It's got that creepy, freaking, I'm a tough guy from New York, man. Even though I can barely walk up the stairs of my own mansion that's soulless. Oh, dude, you know what I mean? I'm so tough. I sound like a slow motion Billy Madison. There he is taking her phone. I'm going to kick the shit out of you. Oh, yeah, Mikey. Class act of the month. You're going to beat up a woman? Yeah, dude. Ooh, that's awesome, man. That's who the area should aspire to be, is someone who's going to threaten to beat up a woman. Yeah, dude. But then, once again, this area did make Bubba famous, so this area really doesn't care. Unless you're a pedophilic sports reporter, you're not getting canceled in Tampa. Back away from me. You don't want to be near me. I smell. Bitch, you don't back away from me? Oh, you tough guy. Can't handle any confrontation about your controversies, which is why you surround yourself with yes men that agree with everything you say. And frankly, if Calvin wasn't on the show, there'd be no humor because he does all the funny stuff on the show. I'm just a guy who's like a mix of P.T. Barnum and a fake Tony Soprano, and I think I'm better than everybody, even though I'm really not, because at the end of the day, I'm just, God, shut up, Mike. And then they have quote-unquote Javon from promotions as the quote-unquote security guard. If that guy's running security, you're screwed. He'll just go hit on some women. Mike Olivero, I won my phone back. And then what I loved was people thought that was Mike Calta's real name. I was like, oh, poor Mike O gets drawn into this. There she is, getting her phone. And here comes the screaming, her yelling when Mike shoves her to the ground. And the funniest part about this video is it makes you hear what it sounds like when you argue with Bubba's girlfriend. You know, like when you see a woman out and about having a freak out and you're like, that's what arguments sound like? Here it is. Tough guy, Mike Calta, shoving a woman to the ground. Here. What a mutant Mike is. He shoves it to the ground, and the screenshot of him shoving it to the ground is like freaking just... I don't even know what he looks like. It's like Darth Vader or I don't know, something, man. He looks evil, dude. Mike, man, I know you make like so much money and you make more money than the president and you love telling people that. Dude, hit a gym. And I'm not trying to fat shame, bro. You are 53 years old. You look like you're 70. Mm-hmm. And then here it is. Here she is screaming. Oh, calling a woman to see her because she doesn't want to have her phone stolen. Class act of the year, Mike Calta. Get the F off of me. You see where it is. He kicks her out and then goes on her phone. Then you hear Bubba's girlfriend. Can you imagine Bubba the Love Sponge and her arguing? You got Bubba's narcissism, and then you got... This is the definition of Mike Calta's legacy. This is the definition of him as a friend. This is the definition of him as a boss. And then here's the best part. I don't know who was filming it, but he goes through her phone. His go-to tough guy move. No, you are one, Mike. This is you describing yourself. What a class act he is. What a good guy Mike Calta is. So that was 2 years ago, and they were like trying to prosecute charges against him, but I think because the area hates Bubba, they didn't like go with the charges. Well, this is from Inside Radio, because I didn't feel like going through the bypass of going through TampaBayTimes.com, right-clicking the link, and then going through a bypass the paywall, one of those stupid websites. So Inside Radio reported it, because the Tampa Bay Times like makes you pay to read their articles. I'm like, I'm good, bro. Cox Media and morning show host Mike Calta of 102.5 The Bone, WHPT Tampa, are facing a civil lawsuit to a physical altercation at a 2023 station event. The suit, filed this week in Pinellas County by Erica Hernandez, girlfriend of Bubba the Love Sponge, seeks over $50,000 in damages for injuries she claims she occurred during the incident. Yeah, shoving a woman to the ground really ain't it, bud. As previously reported by Inside Radio, Hernandez, who has ties to rival personality Bubba the Love Sponge, confronted Calta during a June 2023 appearance at Shark Coast Tactical in Sarasota. At the time, she was filming on her phone and accused Calta of being involved in the sex tape leak, which... It's like, dude, Bubba, that's all you have on Calta, dude. That's all you talk about is this sex tape, dude. Who cares? You shouldn't have filmed it. I'm not defending Calta because I have no respect for him. But at the same time, it's like, dude, that's all you talk about. But Calta and Bubba just want to have sex with each other. I have never seen so many freaking Gen Xers that are in love with each other. They both listen to each other's show during the show. We've seen on live streams on Bubba's video that he'll be watching Bone TV. And then during commercial breaks, Calta would be checking in on Bubba. The confrontation escalated when Calta turned the camera on Hernandez. When she reached to retrieve her phone, which Mike Calta took away, Calta pushed the woman to the ground. That should be a competition he has at his next Punch-Out. Oh, wait, that's right. Nobody wants to do a boxing match for free. When she reached to retrieve it, Calta pushed her away. Prosecutors later declined to press battery charges, citing Florida self-defense. Yeah, you take someone's phone, and then she reaches to grab it, and then you shove the woman to the ground. Yeah, that's self-defense. That's called Bubba burned a lot of bridges, and Calta's lawyer, Dominic Ferriello, probably reached the deal with the prosecutors. Yeah, that whole thing of Florida self-defense, you can just use it about anything, man. According to the Tampa Bay Times, the new lawsuit alleges Calta struck Hernandez in the face and neck with enough force to nearly knock her off her feet, causing physical and emotional injuries, as well as exasperation of pre-existing conditions, rather. Man, I cannot talk today. It's Monday. You know what Mike Calta is? He's like a mix of Ron Bennington, Tony Soprano, Howard Stern, and like Bubba. He doesn't think he's Bubba, but he is Bubba. The whole thing when he took Bubba's show was, I'm different. I'm going to take care of my people. I'm not like you. But you're no different, Mike. You're just another egomaniac morning host. You, Rover, all these people out there, Bubba, all these guys have such a big head. But guess what? FM radio is far from dead. But it's far from as relevant as when you guys began. I just don't know why she waited 2 years to sue him, but... You know, Mike Calta sure is a tough guy, you know. When you think of tough guys... You just think of the guy who begins his show by saying he's going to beat up people.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
Well, first we'll play Sporkle.
Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
And then sprain my back for being so fat.
If you don't leave me alone.
What are you going to do? Talk about people?
You're going to have to.
Because you have skeletons in your closet?
Because I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
All right, here's the deal. It is Monday. We have so much to get into. So we will be right back on Happy Hour, and we will get this party going after this.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.